Western Samoa against Argentina, a very important game for both sides, and the first kick for touch is made by Alessandro Abisu, the young 20-year-old from Argentina who's made such a big impression at this Rugby World Cup. So let's go to the first line out of the game, 12 metres on the Puma side of halfway, and Stan Tuamulaitai to throw to this line out. Back of the line out for Argentina is number 6, Irarasaval against Apollo Perolini. Good start by Western Samoa. They won the first line out. Now via Stephen Basham, who's had a marvellous tournament to date, pushing down towards Martin Terran. The little man on the right wing side did well to control that one. The tackle made by number 6 by Farley. Western Samoa have stunned critics over here with the ferocity of their tackling. Now that's a good clearance by Abisu. Just 20 years of age, the young fellow, in his 7th cap already. Argentina have decided today to rest German Janis, which will be of some relief to the Western Samoan side. Another line-out win coming for Camardon. Again, Abisu is going to kick. Coming down near the 10-metre line. Argentina starting well, picked up by Bunce. Now Tuvainga. 10-metre line in Western Samoa territory. The ball ripped away. And in fact, it was lost forward. Ryan Anderson spotted the loss forward, and Argentina will have the scrum feed. Well, a huge weight advantage to Western Samoa in this game, but they have good technique, the Pumas. Although Mendes is not playing in the front row today, which will assist Western Samoa greatly, no doubt. So Stephen Basham with the crooked put in by Camardon. And that is a beautiful kick by Stephen Basham. So Western Samoa have an early chance here. With 2 minutes gone in the game, they're right on the Puma goal line.
Super kick by Basham. He's been outstanding for Western Samoa in both their previous games, and he's a critical man today for their chances.
Mariano Bosch replacing Ricardo Lafort in the Puma team today. Ball loose near the line, taken in by Camardon. Was knocked on, in fact, by, I think it was Pat Land coming through, number 8 for Western Samoa. So Argentina have the scrum right in their own goal line. As you saw earlier, Western Samoa have the heavier forward pack. This will be a real test of strength here. But Argentina have shown at this tournament they set a very good scrum indeed. Held by Jose Santamarina in the back. Why on earth the Puma selectors have decided to leave Mendes, Janis, Lafort and Carreras out, nobody will ever know, because they still do have a chance of qualifying, and they've dropped some of their key players. Santamarina holds again. Good solid scrum set by Argentina. Camardon back to Abisu, and nicely cleared by Alessandro Abisu. But the early pressure in the game coming from Western Samoa. 4 minutes gone, no score. And this telecast coming to you through Television New Zealand, One World of Sport. Diego Cash near the front for Argentina. Good leap near the back. Buddy Lofa left it behind. And the penalty goes against Sila Vaifali, number 6. Diving in over the top of the ball. And Argentina clear it. Well, you can see it's a beautiful day here in Pontypridd. And this ground at Sardis Road is in marvellous order. These sides really are playing for a place in the quarterfinals of the competition. The side that wins here today will probably go to Murrayfield. Away goes Alalatoa. The kick from Basham. Waiting is Diego Cuesta Silva, and he gets tipped up by Brian Limar. Brian Anderson says you can't make a tackle in midair and penalises the youngster from on the right wing side. Brian Limar and Argentina go back onto the attack.
Yes, that's a fair decision, and Norbert quite clearly states you must wait for the player to come back down the ground before you make a tackle, and I'm afraid it's cost Western Samoa some 50 metres or so.
So it's thrust and counter thrust in the first 5 minutes of the game. Stan Tuamalatai, one of the characters of the Western Samoa team. Argentina controlling this one. Goal line behind, about 10 metres away. Now it's free for Abisu, not a good pass. Snap drop kick at goal by Laborde. Eduardo Laborde was a new cap at the start of this tournament, and with Del Castillo not playing today, it's quite possible that he will do the goal kicking. Lupo. Ball falls nicely for Mark Birtwhistle. Now it comes for Vaya. Bashop is standing inside his 22, and that's another nice kick from Stephen Bashop. Quickly thrown in by Tiran. Back to Abisu, but the whistle is gone.
That's one rule that could possibly be changed. You can take the line out as long as it's further back from when the ball went into touch.
Good leap by Pablo Boabsi. So far, Argentina just rising a little higher in the lineouts. Pablo Garreton today has swapped the number 6 jersey and is wearing 7 to allow Francisco Irarrázaval to come in for his first test match. And another of the regular flankers, Jose Santamarina, has gone onto the back of the scrum for the Pumas. Camadon, again a very solid scrum set by the Puma side. The kick comes from Camadon. Cat Lamb going back to dispute possession. Taken in back by Sila Vaifali. 10-metre line in Western Samoan territory. Coming now for Vaya. Good solid thrust in centre field made by, I think it's Timo Tangaloa who's got himself involved in there. Now it's swung out again. Bashop to Vainga. Long one across to Limar. Good hands. Good skills by Brian Limar. Andy Lupo was in the movement as well.
Good to see the Samoans have got the confidence to run the ball, especially in their own half.
No score in the game so far. 8 minutes gone. Mata Keenan. He's at 2 in the lineup. Birtwhistle is further back. Untidy ball for Camadon. And here is a penalty. There was some obstruction there from one of the Puma forwards. And here is an opportunity for Western Samoa to get points on the board. And Matthew Vaya, who is the Samoans' top point scorer so far at the Rugby World Cup, is going to kick for goal. Vaya, 35 metres out, and that's not a very good kick at all. He rather rushed it, and it's been cleared away by Garcia Simon. Well, that was not a promising first up kick from Vaya. Conditions ready couldn't be better, and he opted to use the sand. We've seen a number of the goal kickers at this Rugby World Cup using the tees, but Matthew Vaya is happy using the sand. So thrown quickly by Tuamalatai. Again, Argentina getting high. It was untidy ball though. 22-metre line Puma territory. Controlled in there by the Puma captain, Pablo Garreton, number 7. gets a chance. As Pedro Sporlader gets to his feet, Via gets a chance to make amends for that previous shot.
Yes, indeed he does, and for his own confidence he'll want to strike it a lot better than that. And Argentina have got to make a decision pretty shortly, although the game's early, but they've got to make the initiative in this game. They've got to win this game quite categorically to have any chance at all. And they can't afford to rest on their laurels or play the game in their own half. And if Samoa then manage to get this kick and put some points on the board, then Argentina have really got to start playing a bit, because they've still got a very reasonable chance of qualifying Argentina, because they've got one more try than Western Samoa as things stand at the moment, and tries count very highly if points are level at the end of the group.
Very badly indeed. So he'll just have to settle down now and try and block those thoughts from his memory. Two very bad kicks indeed. So it remains at 0-all. 12 minutes gone in the first half. Rugby World Cup 1991, and pool 3 Western Samoa against Argentina. And the ball bouncing across the touchline. Well, it's early Monday morning in Western Samoa. Very early Monday morning, in fact, about 1:15 in the morning. But once again, greetings to the big crowd at Apia Park. 12 to 13,000, we understand. And celebrating White Sunday over there, and it's a public holiday today, so there might be double celebrations. Cuesta Silva, the experienced Diego Cuesta Silva. That's a nice long kick downfield, but Ailupu waiting near his own 10-metre line, and he replies with a big kick, but he's put it out on the full. So one or two mistakes just creeping in here. Andy Ailupu, who's played so well at fullback, rather rushed that kick and put it across the touchline on the full. Thrown by Mariano Bosch. Untidy ball. Perolini gets through to make the tackle. And this time the Samoans didn't stay on their feet. So Brian Anderson, who did the game the other day at Twickenham between Italy and England and handed out a heck of a lot of penalties, has been fairly vigilant, as they say, early on here, Jamie.
Yes, indeed he has. It was a very difficult game he had to do last Tuesday at Twickenham. But it was Peter Lofa who dived on top of the ball there, as you see. Berlini makes a tackle, and here comes Pat spread over the top, you see, and he's resting on the Argentina side. Although he was finally pushed over to block the ball possibly coming out, he really should have gone in on his feet rather than already bleeding over and falling to the ground.
Well, it's been a real bone of contention, that particular rule at this Rugby World Cup. Some would argue that when you get to the ball like that, Jamie, and there are players on the ground, it's so hard to hold your feet if you're running at them. How do you stop and maintain your feet?
Well, I think there are ways of doing it, and you've got to spread your legs and give a very good stance over it, and also say to the referee, I'm standing.
Eduardo Laborde, first chance for Argentina to get points on the board here. That's a lovely looking kick from Laborde. So good start for the youngster, the centre three-quarter. And Argentina strike first in the game, and they lead by 3 points to 0.
Slightly against the run of play, because Western Samoa have been mainly in the Argentinian half. But if you get a chance, you've got to take it. And Western Samoa have had 2 and failed pretty miserably, I might add, with their kicks at goal. And Argentina have taken their chances.
Ailupu restarts. Well, the first knock-on was by Argentina. Mark Birtwhistle came sailing through there, but Argentina, in fact, had knocked it on previous to that. And so now Matthew Via, who has missed 2 penalty attempts. Big, strong scrummaging from both sides. Not put in straight by the halfback Via.
So One area that Western Samoa have struggled with all tournament is the scrummaging.
Gonzalo Camadon with a good-looking kick down the touchline. That's a lovely kick by Camadon. One of the very promising youngsters in this Puma side. And if they can hold this squad together for another 4 years, they could well become quite a force in world rugby, because they have youngsters in key positions like Camadon at halfback, Arbizu at first 5'8". Some barging in the line-out by Pablo Boabsi. So Vaya puts it on the mark. The Western Samoans want to run it. Buddy Alofa does run it. Gave it nicely to Birtwhistle. And the ball lost forward by Perolini. Comes again for Camadon. Just on the Western Samoa side of halfway. Camadon again. Back to Arbizu. And he settles it down with the kick. Not a very good kick though. And it's fielded by Ailupo. And that's cleverly done by Andy Ailupo, but he doesn't find touch either. So Giacomo Engo, the Argentinian fullback. Solid tackling from both sides here. Now Camadon hands it off to Irarasabal. Good willing encounter so far. Now Arbizu Garcia Simon. Good solid tackle in centre field made by Tu'o Vainga. It's speculated away downfield by Martin Turan. Well, I think the Western Samoan side showed there, Jamie, that their tackling is going to be pretty solid again today.
And it's going to have to be to keep these Argentinians out. Good sustained bit of pressure from Argentina, but Western Samoa never let them get across the gain line and really get going forward.
Francisco Irarasabal from Cardinal Newman in Buenos Aires. He's off the back, the number 6 with the fairly long hair. He is a real tearaway, as the All Blacks found on their tour to Argentina just recently. Scrum fed by Vaya. Chasing up after this is Timo Tangaloa. Bit of a mismatch out on that wing. Tangaloa, the big fellow, against the little bloke Teran, but here is Teran. Wester Silva having a run for Argentina. He's good from broken play, this fellow, but he had the ball knocked away, taken on by Irarasabal. Diago Cash gets the pass on. Good open here for the Argentinians. Arbizu taken in a good tackle from behind by Vaya, but the Pumas proving dangerous with the ball in hand here.
Yes, Frankie Bunce just knocking the ball on deep in Argentinian territory, and they counter-attack very well, Argentina, and they've got the ball through the hands, most of the players now, and they're looking to run with it, and they're running with purpose. They know they've got to get a good lead in this first half to really put the pressure on the Samoans.
That's a lovely clearance by Stephen Basham. One of the journalists over here this morning named his world team from the players he's seen so far at this tournament. And 3 of the Western Samoan players made that world team. Stephen Basham, Pat Lam, and the hooker Stan Tuamalatai, which was very interesting. But Stephen Basham has really been one of the best first 5'8s we've seen at the tournament. The gap was closed by the Pumas, so they get a free kick to Western Samoa. Stephen Basham, 25 years of age. He's played 90 games for Canterbury, so he's had a heck of a lot of experience in first-class rugby. Good kick again by Basham. Western Samoa here. This is Aparo Perolini. Good run by him. 18 metres out from the line. Now it's handed back for Lima. Basham shovels it on again. Into the gap goes Frank Bunce. Here's a chance for Tangaloa. They won't stop him. Timo Tangaloa. Good straight running by the Western Samoan backs. First time that he really saw the ball, and Timo Tangaloa goes straight ahead to get the try. Well, the ball came back from Peter Fadialofa. Brian Lima had to play at halfback, and they just shoveled it on. Bunce made the initial burst, and then Tangaloa came in on the burst, and it was straight ahead for the big fellow from Wellington, And that is an excellent try. Western Samoa have finally found their feet in the game.
Well, you certainly wouldn't want to stop Tangaloa from that sort of distance. He's absolutely a man-mountain for a winger. But also don't forget the role played by Perolini in that move, coming around the blind side to set up that ruck. Super play by the open side flanker.
Well, that's more like it from Matthew Vaya. After 2 shocking penalty attempts, he's finally nailed one, a good kick. Admittedly, much easier one, but he converts the try scored by Tangaloa. Ball falls for Diego Cash. Camadon having a few problems. Now Arbizu, beautiful hands from Arbizu, but Garcia Simon leaves it behind. Erarasaval, good run here from the flanker. 10 metres out from the 22, and Camadon gets it again and goes. Looking for support, not finding it though. Handed back to Cuesta Silva. And accidentally offside, Diego Cuesta Silva running into his own man there. Well, keep an eye on this fellow Francisco Erarasaval. He's not very big, but he is a human dynamo. Number 6 for the Pumas. Off the back goes Pat Lamb. Nice long pass across to Lima. Near the 10-metre line in Western Samoan territory. Now Vaya clears it out to the left. Using the ball well. Tua Vaenga. Good support play from Frank Bunce. Good solid fend on Tehran. Getting some continuity into their play now, Western Samoa. 10-metre line in their own territory. 23 minutes gone in the first half, and they lead by 6 points to 3. And Stephen Basham has time to survey the options. Kicks it down to Guillermo Ango. Tehran, don't give him too much room to move, because he's very, very fast indeed. Links up nicely with Cuesta Silva. Tehran back again. Big tackle made by Peter Fatialofa. The big prop forward got across to make a vital tackle there. This game has really opened up. Camadon feeds it away to Arbizu. Cuesta Silva's in it again. It's solid tackling in centre field on Garcia Simon. Argentina, though, hanging on to the ball. And they have been penalised. Somebody played it on the ground there. But quite a lengthy period of play. Both sides willing, Jamie, it seems, to use the ball wide.
Absolutely, and Argentina know now they've got to score tries. And what a wonderful tackle by the Western Samoans, that captain, Peter Fatialofa, to get across there. And I think it was on the winger Tehran for Argentina that he made the tackle. And it's going to frustrate Argentina, these tackles from Western Samoa, and all credit to them. If they can get another score now, Western Samoa, the pressure will really be on the Argentinians. But I think we're now going to see a very open game of rugby, and there's going to be 2 very tired sides by the end of the day.
Both sides well aware they need to score tries. Argentina, of course, need to win the game as well to qualify, because they haven't had a win so far at the tournament. Stephen Basham, another powerful looking punt downfield, not finding touch though, and it's into the arms of Diego Cuesta Silva, and his reply is a huge punt downfield. Vastly experienced player, Diego Cuesta Silva. He's a doctor in Buenos Aires, specialising in cardiology, and he's having today his 33rd international. Apollo Perolini at the back of the line-out for Samoa. They have this take. It's taken in by Alalatoa. Back to Vaya. Again, it's Cuesta Silva waiting. And offside here. And it was against number 7, Apollo Perolini. And so Argentina have opted for the scrum back, where Basham made at least Vaya made the kick. "25 minutes gone in the first half. Western Samoa ahead by 6-3. It's been a good open game so far. There's so much resting on this match. Now Camadon to Arbizu. A test for Ialupo. It's a good-looking kick. Ialupo pulled out at the last minute and dropped it, and Argentina onto the loose ball. Garreton was first man there. Up to Arasaval. Camadon hands it back to big Pedro Sporlader. Good solid running by the Argentinian pack. And it all just got a little bit loose there. And Western Samoa have a relieving penalty.
Great defence again by Western Samoa. And they're just going to take their time now. Don't rush anything. Don't get into the rushing tactics of the Argentinians. Let it all come naturally and slow it down. And certainly Stephen Basham at fly half mustn't miss touch again. He's got to find his touches as he's just done.
There's no question that Western Samoa has been the talking point of this 1991 Rugby World Cup. All the Sunday papers in Britain today had feature articles on not only the team, but the country itself. And it really has been marvellous publicity for Western Samoa. The side have been great ambassadors for their country. Argentina in control again here with Arbizu kicking high. Starting to pump the high kicks, and this time it's Puma who has got himself offside. It's Eduardo Laborde, the centre three-quarter. And like the Pumas, Western Samoa have opted for the scrum back.
Would have been a tough decision that, because the scrummage isn't going terribly well for Western Samoa, and the kick could have been the better option there. Let's see if this scrum has settled down a bit now.
Matt Land comes off the back, buying a good play again by Land, and offside against the Pumas, standing off on the blind side of the scrum.
I told you they should have taken the scrum, didn't I?
Yes, I think you did. So here we go again with Matthew Vaya. His confidence hopefully restored after that good conversion, after he had made a real hash of those first two penalties.
He does tee the ball up incredibly high, certainly on his first trip. If you look now, and the ball is well off the ground. I mean, that's the biggest sandcast I think we've seen from any kicker at this Rugby World Cup. And there's a great danger of getting right underneath it, so therefore you don't get the distance. And if you hit it slightly to the wrong side, it is going to screw round, as we saw in his first two kicks as well. So he's got to strike it absolutely right.
Struck it well. That's a very good kick by Matthew Vaya, his first penalty of the day, and Western Samoa looking much better now. 9 points to 3 they lead, and 28 minutes gone in the first half. The job now in front of the Pumas, 6 points behind. But they've looked well capable in this game. Balls for the hooker, Mariano Bosch. Coming for Camadon. Arbizu shovels it on this time. Garcia Simon. In comes Ango, the fullback. But once again, the tackling in centre field is very solid from the Western Samoan side. And they seem to be having the better of this maul as well. They should get the put in, and they do. That's good work.
Yes, the forwards got there just quicker than the Argentinians, so they've got the full momentum going. Even though the Argentinian centres had the ball, the Western Samoan forwards arrived before the Argentinian ones, or the heavy brigade did, so therefore Western Samoa going forward.
Taken off the back by Lamb. Vaya can't hold it this time. Tangaloa knocked on. Just a little bit sloppy on the blind side there.
A bit rushed as well, too rushed. The scrum wasn't settled, it eventually collapsed in the front row anyway. It was just a little bit too rushed. And from there, an unnecessary move. They should have kicked it down there.
30 minutes gone. No injury breaks that I can remember anyway. Taken off the back by Santa Marina. Little kick ahead by halfback Camadon. Ialupo fires it across to Basham. This is dangerous stuff inside the 22, but Basham gets away well. Now he needs to try and link up with the forwards. Attacking side scrum. Well, Stephen Basham got himself into a bit of strife, or he had it pushed on him really by Andy Ialupo, but he did well.
Had a chance to clear though. Could have cleared.
So the Pumas. Taken away by Garaton. Looking for the little man Terran to come in. Almost punching through was Garcia Simon. Here they come again. Ira Rasaval. Come out on to Arbisu. Slipped a nice little pass. Good solid tackling again in centre field by the Samoans. Peter Fadialofa got there first. And crashing his way across the touchline goes Vili Alalatoa. Well, the big fellas are getting around the field. Peter Fadialofa snapped up the loose ball, and his fellow prop forward Alalatoa was able to take it across the touchline. A lot of commitment from the big men of the Western Samoan pack. Everybody has their job to do. Now Kamadoni Arbizu looks like he's getting ready for a drop kick, but he can't get onto the right foot, so he's forced to give it away to Questa Silva, but the whistle's gone. So Brian Anderson has whistled for a penalty, and it was against Stephen Basham. He was offside. I think he spotted the problem that looked as though Arbizu was going to drop for goal, and he came at Arbizu on his right-hand side, which meant that he had to step left and couldn't drop for goal. But unfortunately, Basham had just jumped off the mark rather too quickly. Change of goal kicker here. Arbizu's going to take the short from the short distance. Neatly put through by Lysandro Arbizu. So the gap is reduced to 3 points now. 9 points to 6 to score. And about 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Well, the Pumas have great support here at Pontypridd, just as do the Western Samoans. There's really quite an atmosphere here at the ground. So much resting on this game. It's been the best pool, the closest pool of the competition. Ailupu down to Ango. Long kick downfield, doesn't find touch. Bassett brings it up towards halfway. Now it's the chasers on for the Western Samoans. It's a well-judged kick coming down just out from the 22. Brian Limar's ripped it away. Perolini carries it on. Looked like there might have been a wee knock on him there by Western Samoa. What good work by Limar. And sadly for the Western Samoans, they just couldn't control the ball at the vital moment. Kamadon, Arbizu. Again, not finding touch. Ailupu kicks it across towards centre field. Perolini thumped in a good tackle by Garcia Simon. The tackling in this match has been ferocious, and Argentina making progress forward there. Well, both sides, Jamie, no holds barred.
Absolutely not. They realise that it's absolutely crucial, this game. Either side can go through. Wales are definitely dead and buried now, and it's going to take a hard nut to crack this lot.
Kamadon, Arbizu's inside his 22, so he can safely clear for touch. And this time he has managed it. Lovely kick. The new Ugo Porta of Puma Rugby, Lysandro Arbizu, and he looks set for a long reign in that number 10 jersey.
Well, if he gets us half as long as Hugo Porta, he'll do very well indeed.
Tuamalaitai. A real battle at the back of the lineup. Irarasabal goes again. Fiery wee character. Tackle put on him by Frank Bunce. Kamadon, blindside. Arbizu misses the pass. Terran rips it across into centre field. Now here's a chance for the Pumas. Ango is in. Questa Silva's there with him. Questa Silva, good tackle, but the try is scored by Martin Terran. Great support play by Argentina. Martin Terran, who got 2 tries against Australia, puts Argentina back in front in the game. Well, that was a beautifully taken try. Look at the support play the Pumas are able to provide here. Teran started it with the long pass. Laborde found Garcia Simon in good position. Then Engo joined in as well. Cuesta Silva had a run. Look at the tackle made by Ialupo here on Cuesta Silva. But Teran had managed to stay up in support. And the little speedster from Tucumán scores between the posts. Abisu should be able to convert. And it's 12 points to 9. Argentina lead. 5 minutes to go in the first half.
The Pumas are riding high now, and the supporters getting right behind them. Great work by Martin Teran, who started the whole move off, and he followed it all up, was there right at the end, and was able to put it right in the middle of the post, because these extra points are going to be crucial. Bitter blow to Western Samoa, especially close to half-time, and they're going to have to regroup now.
Marvellous game of rugby though, 12 points to 9, long time to go, still about 3 minutes left in the first half. And an early knock-on there by Argentina, so referee Anderson was playing an advantage. And Western Samoa, they'd be keen to strike back before half-time here.
It's 2 not straight now.
And that kick is not finding touch either. And we'll go back to the 22. Well, tries are going to be very important. How does it stand at the moment, Jamie?
Well, Argentina have now got 4 and Western Samoa and Wales 3 each. So if Argentina would win this game, they would go through.
Still, as we said, a long time to go. We're not quite at half-time yet. A try apiece in this match. The kick forward again by Camadon. Tangaloa going back, calling for the fair catch, and that's good work by Timo Tangaloa. He wasn't aware really of where the opposition were, and he had to make that fair catch. So the wingers have scored the try so far. Tangaloa out on the left wing for Western Samoa, and his marker, if you like, Martin Teran for the Pumas. Tangaloa, who played for the New Zealand 15 this season against both Romania and the Soviet Union, scoring 1 try against Romania and 2 against the Soviet Union, so he's had a very good rugby season indeed. Also a New Zealand 7th representative. Matthew Via, you can see that the Pumas are fielding a very good and strong scrum. Stephen Basham this time has hooked his kick into touch. So a little bit of the initiative in the game has been wrested away by Argentina. 12 to 9 they lead, and still a couple of minutes to go till half-time. Mariano Bosch. Good work here. Santa Marina couldn't do very much at all and was driven back by the Western Samoan forwards, who came in low and hard, and they will have the loose head to the scrum. Well, there hasn't been much in it in terms of possession in the match. Argentina slightly ahead. Lamb. Now Via with the kick. Pushing it too far down this time. Still inside Western Samoan territory. Fallen for Tangaloa. Tangaloa's a hard man to stop. Good run by Timo Tangaloa. Chance is still there for Fadialofa. Now Basham. Vying, and they must score a try here. Surely they do. Brian Lima. Marvellous counter-attacking rugby from Western Samoa. They are back in front in the game. All started out on the left wing side by Timo Tangaloa and finished on the opposite wing by Brian Lima. Peter Fadialofa was involved as well, and and once the backs got into action, it had to be a try. There was an overlap there. Good pass by Tuo Vainga, and Brian Limar, the 19-year-old, scores the try.
Yes, their basic skills are very good in the back line, and they read the situation superbly. And full credit for coming back and using their backs to do it and get back in the game, because that Argentinian try a few minutes ago must have been a killer blow for them. And to strike back so quickly and just before half-time will take them in great heart into the break.
Marvellous moment for Brian Limar. Scores his first try at the 1991 Rugby World Cup, and a chance here for Matthew Vaya to give Western Samoa a 3-point advantage. I think we'll probably have half-time after this kick is made. Certainly 40 minutes are up. We haven't had any injury breaks. Crowd likes it. Beautiful kick. Lovely kick by Matthew Vaya, so he's recovered from the early nerves. He converts the try scored by Brian Limar, and at half-time, Western Samoa lead Argentina by 15 points to 12. At half-time in this game, which has Western Samoa ahead by 15 points to 12, and Jamie Salmon's been keeping an eye on the try scored, and Argentina and Western Samoa back at even Stevens here for all.
Yes, that's right, and if Argentina will win this game, all three teams, i.e. Wales, Argentina, Western Samoa, level on points. Whoever scores the most tries goes through.
So Jim Fleming, the replacement referee, gets us started in the second half as Abisu kicks off down to Stephen Basham. And Basham gets his first kick of the second half away, and it's not finding the touchline. Down to Ango. Good solid run here by Guillermo Ango. The tackle made on halfway. Now Abisu. Cross for the second 5'8", Garcia Simon, putting it back into the centre of the field. Both sides well aware that they have to continue scoring tries in this match. Good start to the second spell by Argentina. Abizu's going to have a look at a drop kick here from a long way out, and he's pushed it just to the right. And so the Western Samoans breathe again and continue to lead by 15 points to 12. Well, I don't think there was an injury break in the first half. They've been going hammer and tongs for 40 minutes. Nobody stopped for an injury break. Argentina have it again. Again, it's their fullback, Guillermo Ango, and that's a head-high tackle by Peter Fadialofa. Dangerous. Peter Fadialofa said he ducked. I don't think so somehow.
It was worth a try, but I'm afraid he was in the wrong there. But there's no way Western Samoa should have brought the dummies again from Angle with the fullbacks. He did it just before that as well. Shaped a kick and then dummy.
Well, Peter Fadialofa has really got round the field today. He's been playing like a loose forward. Guillermo Ango, the man on the receiving end of that solid tackle, replacing Guillermo del Castillo in the Argentina side today, which was something of a surprise, but mind you, the Puma selectors really provided a number of surprises in the game, leaving such vastly experienced and talented players as Carreras, Laporte, Janis and Mendes out of their team, and also del Castillo. So just time for a little reflection for Peter Fadialofa. Sure, he had plenty to say at halftime to his troops. Very popular member of this Western Samoan side. Once again, greetings to the big crowd at Apia Park in Western Samoa. Hoping you're enjoying this match coming to you live from Sardis Road in Pontypridd. Compliments of Television New Zealand's One World of Sport. Back to Eduardo Laborde for the longer kicks. Righto, Laborde just telling the youngster that he'd like some water on the sand. Next time, if possible. Nowhere near it. And well taken by Matapa Keenan, whose punting ability is going to be shown up here. In fact, he gives it away to Stephen Basham. That's a wise move. Four minutes gone in the second half. Still we have the half-time score. Western Samoa leading by 15 points to 12. Loose ball there to be claimed. It was snapped up by Birtwistle, but he was offside. Rather a quizzical look at the referee. After Jim Fleming said that he was offside, he was holding off the side of the ruck. And so Laborde gets another chance from roughly the same position. Jamie?
Well, it's probably fair enough because the ruck's still going on and Birtwistle has come offside just as the scrum half, Gamadon, is going to feed his back. So fair decision by the new referee.
Change again. Abizu this time. He's come up well short. Mark taken by the other lock forward this time, Birtwistle, the man who was penalised, not awarded the mark, and he gets a good kick away, Mark Birtwistle, the Hutt Old Boys Club in Wellington, club coached by former All Black great Cowboy Shaw. Argentina, way over the back, nice throw, straight to Garreton. Carried on by the Puma forwards. They'll get this in good position to attack. Arbizu shovels it on quickly. Little kick ahead for Cuesta Silva. Argentina still in control of it. Well, the early pressure here in the second half coming from Argentina. They're the side behind. They're the side that needs to win desperately, and they need to score tries too. Their captain, Pablo Garreton, a little slow to get up. So far in the game, there's been no hold-ups through injury. Marvellous physical contest. Two very fit sides. Well, the ball was out. Poro Perolini was very worried about that, but the referee, Jim Fleming, said no, it was out. He was quite entitled to get round. So it's Vaya to feed, defensive scrum. Lamb holding, back for Basham. And a lot of pressure on Stephen Basham. He really has brought quite a solidity to this Western Samoan side, Stephen Basham.
Yes, you can tell he's been an experienced provincial player for some time in his play.
Mariano Bosch falls nicely for Big Matapa Keenan. Now the Western Samoans on a bit of a roll. Takes it down to the 10-metre line. Now it pops out. Good solid play here by the Western Samoans. Now for Vaya. Basham. Putting Engo to the test inside his 22. He's going to let it bounce. That's dangerous. They needed to make that tackle. Away goes Engo. Held by Vaya. Support there from Arbizu. Tuamulaitai makes the tackle this time. Well, they needed to drop the fullback right inside the 22, Jamie.
Oh, he had to pay for his mistake and letting the ball bounce, and Angu's got away with murder on the counter-attack so far this half. 2 or 3 times he's got through 2 or 3 tackles, and that was a crucial position.
Santa Marina's going to come off the blind side. Oh, driven in a good tackle by Farley. Boomers are very strong in this sort of play, but they're being driven back by Western Samoa. Well, the penalty goes against Sena by Farley, who collapsed the maul. Away goes Camadon. Good step by Laborde. Put the ball on the ground, and Mada Fakinen picked it up. So it's in Western Samoans' hands now. The one made by Bassett. Nice little kick here by Stephen Bassett. Tangaloa charging up after it. But that's a lovely little kick again. He really has a marvellous tactical sense, this fellow.
He certainly does, and Bar's doing the right thing by giving him the ball and letting him make the play. Quite right.
There aren't many better first 5/8s in New Zealand than Stephen Basham. Surprisingly, he can't even make it into the Canterbury side. Back in New Zealand, Greg Coffey has occupied that position all season. Stephen Basham has been playing for Canterbury B, believe it or not. But here he is, one of the stars of the Rugby World Cup in 1991. Anybody who's managed to accumulate 90 first-class games by the time he's 25 must be a very good player indeed. So really this is the first significant injury break of the game. And I think it is Francisco Urarasabal. Oh no, it's in fact fullback Gizimo Ango. Urarasabal right there at the back of the line-out. The tearaway. Important line-out secured by Pablo Boabsi for Argentina. 11 minutes gone in the second half, and a bit of a fumble there, but then a recovery by Abizu.
It's important Western Samoa can stay down here just for 5-6 minutes if they can, force a couple of scrums, a couple of short sides, win a bit of line-out ball, and hopefully get a penalty chance or a try-scoring chance.
Keenan and Sporlader having a bit of a pushing match. Further back, Boabsi and Birtwistle. Important line out this. Birtwistle jumping forward. And it's against a free kick against the number 8 forward, Jose Santa Marina. So have a look here for Basham, because this is drop kick territory here. Basham, here is the drop kick. No, he's pushed it way to the right.
Right option to remember Argentina have had to score twice, and the draw's no good to Argentina at all. So Western Samoa must just stay down here.
I think we're going to see a replacement at fullback for Argentina, Guillermo Ango, who's done a very good job in the second half. Some excellent counter-attacking runs, and I'm fairly certain that he is the player who will leave the field. Santiago Messon is waiting to come on. So Argentina have just 14 men on the field at the moment, while the doctor checks the injured player Ango. Lima. Western Samoa penalised for going down that time, and Santiago Messon gets onto the field. He's normally a midfield player, so it'll be interesting to see exactly how they rearrange the back line. Nice kick by Andy Ailupo.
Argentina certainly wasted that penalty. Straight into midfield, and Ailupo had no problems at all. No pressure on him either.
Taken away by Perolini, and he lost it forward. It wasn't thrown straight anyway, and so the referee was playing advantage there.
He's done a good game, Perolini. Got around the field well. He's made good progress with his runs, made his tackles around the fringes. He's done very well.
He's a very talented player, Paulo Perolini. Played for the New Zealand Colts last year. On this side of the scrum, wearing jersey number 7. Big scrum again from Argentina. They seem to have it over Western Samoa in the scrums. You can see their short, squat, powerful front row of Aguirre, Bosch and Kash. Better scrum here from Argentina. Vaya with the kick for Lima to run on to. Well taken by Cuesta Silva. They missed the tackle again. Finally the tackle is made by Basham. But they really should have nailed Cuesta Silva inside the 22. But it looks like Western Samoa had the ball. Pat Lamb close to the line, and it pops away from Alatoa and will be cleared by the new man Santiago Messon, and not in touch though. Ialupo, 10-metre line his own territory. Throws out a well past the Basham, but it worked well. And Basham sentinels it all down with a good kick downfield. The Borde goes back. Well, a golden opportunity for Western Samoa. It was beautifully set up by Peter Fadialofa. Lamb made the thrust, but Alatoa, as he was taken in the tackle, lost it forward.
They may not get a better chance in this game to sew it all up. And, oh, dear me, I mean, the line we can see is 2-3 yards away.
Kick made downfield again. Basham on his own side of halfway. Pumps it back. Well taken by the hooker, Mariano Bosch for Argentina. Coming now for halfback Camadon. Now Abisu inside his 22. A lot of kicks missing touch here. Little kick ahead made by Lima. Argentina back in possession, and a penalty. Number 5 is the man called out, Pedro Sporlada. He went in over the top, stopped the progress of the ball coming back. And here is a big kick for Matthew Vaya.
It's noticeable as we've got the benefit of the referee's voice up here in the commentary box. But Jim Fleming is much more of a talker than Brian Anderson. He's incessantly talking to the players, reminding them of what's required, which I think is good refereeing. And he certainly likes the game to be played fast and quickly and no hanging about. And that's a good thing as well.
Well, we're coming down to the business end of the game. 17 minutes gone in the second half. And this is an important kick. If Vaya can land this one, it gives Western Samoa that important 6-point advantage, which would mean Argentina would have to score twice. As Jamie pointed out before, a draw is no good for Argentina. They must win. Western Samoa can gain that important advantage if Vaya can land this. Scrum. Well, good following up by the Western Samoans. It's easy to stand back and admire the kick, but they charged up after it, and they still have an opportunity.
What a big quick ball, quick ball.
Got to come back quickly. Lamb, blindside. Lamb twisting. Not quite there. They'll be looking for the second phase ball again. Western Samoa wouldn't let it go. They're penalised. So the chance gone. Pat Lamb shakes his head in disappointment. Well, the opportunity was there, and the Argentinians have cleared for the moment anyway.
Pat Lamb quite rightly going on his own because the bloke had gone wide. And I think it's Perolini who picks it up and is adjudged by the referee to be on the ground, so therefore must release the ball.
Short line out again. Stan Tua Malaitai. Bert Whistle and Keenan in there. It's over the back, a long one for Vaifali. Western Samoa back in possession. Nice hands by now Basha. Tua Vainga. Back again for Vaya. Tuamalaito charges on. They're right in centre field, 15 metres out. Here they come again, Basham to Vainga. Ball drops loose, need to control it here. Timo Tangaloa. Get it set. Via Perolini. Bunce. Frank Bunce. Lima is there in support and Bunce is in. What a marvellous try scored by Frank Bunce. And that might be the most decisive try and the most important try that he ever scores. Western Samoa lead by 19 points to 12, and they swung it left and right, and Frank Bunce had a lot of work to do here. Abisu came across, he sold the little dummy, pushed him off, stayed inside the touchline, and scored a very good try. Frank Bunce.
Look at the part two. I think it's Apollo Perolini. Here we go. He takes out two men there. He's got two men before getting overhead past the Bunce. He does really well. Little dummy inside. He just takes our beach out of play. And his foot was perilously close to touch. But he just got in there.
Argentina losing another player, Francisco Irarrázaval. Oh, he looks to be badly shaken. So that's bad luck. He's made an excellent contribution again. Mario Carreras warming up. Big, powerful player, as you can see. So the second replacement on the field, Carreras, the regular number 8 forward, surprisingly left out, really, goes in for Irarrázaval, who looks to be in rather a bad state. But attention switching back now to Matthew Via. Just pushed it away to the right. So 19 points to 12. Western Samoa now have that advantage that they were looking for. Here is the end of it. Bunce's powerful run. And in he goes. As Abisu despairingly made the tackle. Bunce very close to the touchline, but the touch judge had an eye on it. And he said he was still in the field of play. And that's a lovely clearance. So it's all starting to run now for the Western Samoans.
Yes, they put pressure into points. They had a couple of times where they were inches short, literally. And finally they got it from a bit further out. But if they score one more now or a penalty and down this end, they're in business.
Bosch throwing. So Western Samoa have to put into the scrum, 15 metres in field. These sides are playing now for a match against Scotland at Murrayfield next Saturday. And the way things are heading, it's Western Samoa heading to Murrayfield. But we won't count our chickens too early. 18 minutes left in the game. The big kick made by Basham, a good one too. The Western Samoans came through. Nicely taken by Messon, the replacement fullback for Argentina. Which way will this go?
Got to go to Western Samoa. They were going forward. Absolutely right by the referee. Super kick again by Basham. Just what they wanted to do. More pressure on Argentina. A good right hand position here for the Western Samoans. They can go right, which is the easy route, and I'd go for a drop goal.
Basham standing behind the scrum. Lamb is going to hand it back. Knocked on by Pat Lamb, so it just went wrong there.
Too fancy, too pretty. They've got problems in the scrums. Get quick ball. Channel 1, get it out early. They're getting pushed back.
So the Pumas on defence. Mario Carreras has gone to the back of the scrum there, and Jose Santamarina has gone back to his flanking position where he normally plays. Back for Abisu. Big powerful kick. He's not going to find it again. Here's our loophole. Kicks early. pushing it down inside the 22, and Abisu makes the take. Not making the same mistake this time. That's a much better clearance by Abisu. Well, there hasn't been too much in it. Western Samoa marginally ahead in the territory area. But they really have been ahead in the last 10 minutes. They've pushed Argentina to the very limit. They lead by 19 points to 7. 24 minutes running time gone. You can take about a minute off for injury time, so about 23 gone in the second half. Tuamulaitai looking for Apollo Perolini, but it's been taken away by Garaton. Here's Carreras. He's a powerful player. Got a good pass back inside to Santa Marina, but it was forwards. Well, this is a bit unsightly. The referee's going to have a word to say to Pablo Boabsi. He wants to have a chat also to Matafa Keenan. The only problem with that is that Boabsi is not feeling too well. Well, this game has been played in a marvellous spirit. It's a shame that we had that little bust up there. They're off the field. They're off the field. They've been sent off. Both players sent from the field. That is a real blow to both teams, especially to Western Samoa, because they are likely to carry on in the tournament. They may not have Matafa Keenan in the next match, but the two players have been sent off by Jim Fleming, Pablo Boabsi and Matafa Keenan. Well, a sensation.
Well, I don't really think it needs me to add to what we saw there. The tragedy for both teams to have a man sent off in the World Cup match.
Jim Fleming has sent the first two players at the Rugby World Cup off the field, so both sides down to 14 men now, and that is a warning to everybody else in this tournament that the referees are not going to muck around. So 26 minutes gone, and the crowd still muttering amongst themselves. Argentina, they have the work to do. The kick made down. Basham running it up to the 10-metre line. Pushes it a little nudge ahead. Again, he's judged the distance extremely well. Argentina controlling it in the more, but again shifted back by Western Samoa just a couple of metres. Perolini in there to make a big tackle. And the penalty goes against Santa Marina, who went to ground. Well, Jamie, the first real break in play, and chance maybe just to reflect on that incident.
Well, the referee's taken the law right to the limit, and it's obviously within his power to send off anybody who feels fit to do so. Having said that, it hasn't been a difficult game to control. It hasn't been a niggly game. There's been very little warning that we've seen or heard of in terms of unlawful play. There's no doubt it was a bad incident, and both players were throwing punches regardless of any situation at all. But it's not been a niggly game, and I would have thought that a word to the two captains and the two players by the referee would have sorted the whole matter out. The important thing is, if it had been a niggly game right throughout, different ball game. Warnings could have been issued, or something like that, or last chances. But in this particular instance, there's been none of that at all. And he's got him thrown two players off. And I'm just sad that a game such as this, which has been a very good game, might be remembered for the wrong reasons.
Matthew Via. Well, once again he's missed 3 out of 8 today for Matthew Via, but Western Samoa have scored the tries that have counted. They've scored 3 of them, in fact. 19 points to 12. Argentina 7 points behind. About 12 or 13 minutes left in this game. Remember, both teams playing with 14 men. Perolini, big powerful surge by Apollo Perolini, but he's in touch across on the far side of the field. Now, I'm not sure how Western Samoa and Argentina have rearranged their scrums. But most likely Pat Lamb would have to go in. They would play without number 8s. Number 5 was lifted, so Pedro's forelader was lifted. And another chance for Vaya. And this one from a much more handy position. Well, I must say, Jamie, having watched the Pumas play this season in Argentina, that was one of the problems that the All Blacks encountered, was a lot of lifting going on the line-out. Undetected most of the time, but this time they have been pinged by referee Jim Fleming, and if Vaya lands this one, then I think Western Samoa will almost be home. Again, he's away to the left. So lots of opportunities for Matthew Vaya today, but the goal-kicking boots just have not been on. So it's still 19 points to 12. The Pumas still have a chance. They're running out of time, though. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this game. Oh, man in front. So lots of errors creeping in.
Yeah, Argentina getting very frustrated. But it's got to be a quick ball from the Samoans. Even with those 7-man each, I think they'll struggle in the scrum. So they've got to go right quickly, I would hope.
So no man packing on the back of the scrum, you can see that. Jim Fleming wants the ball put in much more quickly than what it has been. So Vaya gets it rid of it quickly. Taken off the back by Lamb. Vaya running it across for Ialupo. Nice little kick here by Ialupo. Charging through the Samoans. Taken away there by Teran. Birtwhistle makes a good tackle on him. And the Western Samoans penalised. They dived in over the top. Vaya came up with it. The man pointed to was Brian Lima. Kick made by Camadon. It's an absolute shocker. Drop kick attempt, just away to the left this time, made by Pat Lamb. Well, not often forwards get a chance to drop the goal, and how Fijians did it the last World Cup. He could really have made a name for himself.
Certainly could, but I'm not sure it's the right option.
Argentina can't get out of their own 22. There's Teran, and he knocked it on. Well, it's very innovative, if it works, but it didn't.
Signs of desperation from Argentina. Trying everything now, but they've got to get some ball and move it wide. They've got to score a try and then go down there again and get a penalty to get these 7-8 points back.
Again, Lamb looking to take it off the back, but the scrum is screwed right around this time.
Going to be a quick ball for Western Samoa. They're getting done in the scrums.
Vaya feeds quickly. Lamb is going to thump it on. Here goes Farley. Farley pops it up. Birtwhistle has it. Now it's in the arms of Alalatoa. Releases it. Farley gets in again. Good powerful run again by him. Ball available there. Now Vaya. Basham. Straight through goes Tangaloa. Tangaloa still going. That is the try that puts Western Samoa into the quarterfinals of the Rugby World Cup. Timo Tangaloa gets his second for the day, and Western Samoa are through.
Great use of Tangaloa. He's so big and so strong, and they weren't too keen on tackling him. and even though he's got men outside and support all around him, he just brushes them all aside. And I suppose that's right for Matafa Keenan, who's sadly back in the dressing room, and one can't help but go back to that incident, because there'll be a tinge of big regret for Western Samoa when they do go through, because I can't see Keenan being allowed to play next weekend.
Diversion is made by Matthew Via, 25 points to 12, and there's no way now that Argentina can climb back into this one with just 7 minutes remaining in the game. Great use of Tangaloa, who's gone searching for work. A nice short pass from Stephen Bashop. Messon went low. Questa Silva went high, and the try was scored by Tangaloa. Well, that was a head-high tackle. Now, you could almost argue for a penalty back at halfway as the try was scored. However, that's probably being just a little bit harsh. It didn't go 10 metres, so effectively Western Samoa have got their free start on halfway anyway.
And Argentina have just dropped, haven't they? The last 10 minutes, they've knocked on, they've mistouched, they've not put it 10 metres. They really have just dropped.
All credit to Western Samoa. They've kept fighting right to the end. The Argentinians haven't quite been able to sustain the run. Quickly taken here by Canardon, losing the ball. Here's Tangaloa bursting into the clear again. Good support from Frank Bunce, opening up here for the Samoan side. Finding by Farley, almost taken by Lima. They enjoyed running with the ball, and Lima not quite able to hang on to it there. But the applause breaking out round the Sardis Road here in Pontypridd. And I'm sure there's great joy also, especially at Apia Park in Western Samoa. Samoans have played magnificently again here today. 4 tries to 1. Tackle made on Carreras, and his state tackle too, I can tell you that. Here they come again. Bunce brings it up over the 22-metre line. And it wasn't Bunce, in fact, it was Tuol Vainga. So again, Argentina have the ball. About 6 minutes left for them. Big chance from Sporlater. Peter Fadialofa meets him. Not making too much progress now, the Pumas, trying to play it close. Their best chance really lies out on the wings with Questa Silva and Terran. Here's the captain, Garreton. Gave it away. Vainga has it. He's looking for his support. Free kick, penalty in fact.
Slow it down, Western Samoa. They can just take all the time in the world and drill it down the touchline.
But no, they're going to run it. Popular move. Here's Perolini. Looking for support, has it from Lamb. Now Bashop. Stephen Bashop. Wonderful try. Western Samoa running right in the last 10 minutes. That's their 5th try this afternoon. Stephen Bashop, who's been in magnificent form here at the World Cup, makes it 29 points to 12.
Wonderful support play once again, and great attitude to keep on running it. And Perolini has been quite outstanding in my book today, the open side flanker. He's been absolutely everywhere and still made heaps and heaps of tackles. And Stephen Bashop, I tell you what, he's done his fair share of good work too. Good support play, but Perolini in all the back row there, 6, 7, 8, all together. Marvellous to see. There's Pat Lamb straight into it. Good pass too. Good hands amongst the back row.
Super try scored by Stephen Bashop. £29 to 12, and this is turning into a hiding. As Via has converted again, 31 points to 12. Argentina haven't scored in the second half. Remember, it was only 15-12 at half-time, but it's been one-way traffic since half-time, and Argentina have gone crashing out of the Rugby World Cup. Western Samoa will be going to Murrayfield. What a fantastic game that'll be. Well, he wasn't going for the ball at all. was Pedro Sporlater. He got marched 10 metres for having a word to say. The Samoans are running it at every opportunity now. They're enjoying themselves, and why wouldn't they be? Crunching on goes by Farley. Lost it forward, though. Now Santa Marina for Argentina. Counter-attack coming up. Tangalai went for the intercept. The pass looked a mile forward. But referee Fleming will play the line out instead. Or maybe this finish by Western Samoa, Jamie, will perhaps push the thinking and the talking away from that sending off, which, as you said, could well have been in the end the talking point from the game, but I don't think so now.
No, because Western Samoa have now scored 6-7 tries in this game, which is a wonderful effort.
Line out ball untidy for Vaya. But Perolini did well to clean it up. Basham across to Bunce. Long one across. Here comes the fullback, Ialupo. Look at the pace he's got. Now the chase for Lima. Bounces beautifully for Lima. And what a try! Brian Lima gets his second of the day. And they ran it from inside their 22 for a sensational try.
Wonderful, wonderful running play by Western Samoa. I tell you what, you would have thought that had won enough friends in this Rugby World Cup, but after running Argentina ragged here today, they're going to win a lot more new ones, especially by the style they play. I mean, a lot of teams who have closed up, said thank you very much, we've qualified, we're going to hold our horses. And this is wonderful rugby.
This was a brilliant try. What a pass from Frank Bunsen. The pace came from Andy Ialupo, the fullback. He saw the gap. He also made the decision to kick, which was a good one because at the time Lima was just being covered and the bounce was important. And Martin Duran did his best to get across, but Lima was across in the corner. 6 tries scored by the Western Samoans. 35 points to 12. What a bounce. Matthew Vaya right from the touchline. Not this time. Well, as you can hear, the applause is broken out again. And I tell you what, if I was Ian McGeechan and David Soul watching this game, Jamie, I'd be a little bit concerned.
Oh, most certainly. They're not going to get any easy up next weekend.
Doing everything right now, the Western Samoans. Lovely take there by Mark Birtwistle. Back for Vaya. They're going to go again. Yes, they are. They really are enjoying themselves. But unfortunately, a bit of shepherding there. A bit of obstruction by the backs. So Argentina get a chance to salvage something out of this. Here's Sporlater. Big tackle put on him by Perolini. And that snuffed that out. Jim Fleming said to Peter Fadialova, don't look at me like that. Argentina take it in. Charging on goes Santa Marina. Then he gets put down in a good tackle. And I think it came from Vili Alawatoa. And that is the end of the game. Argentina raised their arms in triumph. 35 points to 12. They've beaten, at least Western Samoa, have beaten Argentina.